Right, what is happening, guys? It's Lewis TV back with another video, and in this video we are going to be discussing what the fuck is happening at Coventry City. So, let's cast our minds back to the 16th of November. Doug King, no one's ever heard of him before. He buys 85% of Coventry City Football Club. Where's he got this money from? Who is he? Do a bit of digging. It's fine, everyone's loving it. We finally have a new owner, and Sisu hardly have any say in the football club anymore. They have 15%, but realistically, that's for monetary purposes only. To make things even better, he's put a bid in for the stadium, £25 million. It's looking really positive. He does an interview on BBC CWR the next day. He speaks very well, speaks very positively. We're not going for mediocrity. We're not a selling club in January, etc. There's a full video on it on my channel. All things come to an end the next day. Obviously, the court case for the stadium. We don't get the CBS. Fraser's Group and Mike Ashley do. We're like, you know what? We'll take it. It could be worse. It could be... You know what? There isn't much worse now that I'm thinking about it. But like I said, there's a full video about it on my channel, so go watch that if you want the full details. So, what has happened since then? The 26th of November comes around, and Mr. William Story, CEO, owner, founder, chairman, one of them, if not all four, publishes a tweet claiming he and his team of lawyers were going to challenge the sale of the club to Doug King. What? This is due to a breach of an exclusivity agreement signed between Story and Sisu on the 25th of October. The same sort of thing that happened with Ashley and the CBS. They had an exclusivity agreement, which is why we couldn't put a bid in for the stadium earlier. All information used in this video is via Simon Gilbert, BBC CWR reporter, so all credit to him. He's done an incredible job covering the whole situation from start to finish. I suppose there isn't a finish yet, so start to where we are now. The last video, he gave me all my information for then. And this video, all the information has come from him. Story's bid was backed by Origin Sports, I think a London-based sports group. They had involvements in the Olympics and an American sport thing. I can't remember what it was, but Story said it in his interview. Their chairman is Sir Keith Mills. Personally, I've never heard of him, but he established Nectar, like the Sainsbury's reward points, I think, and Air Miles loyalty cards. So he knows a bit about business. And then the money, well, part of the money, I guess, was being provided by Steve Dudman, the owner of many construction firms, as well as British touring car outfit BTC Racing. So their takeover wasn't completed by the 7th of November, the date the exclusivity agreement expired. Now back to that Doug King interview. He said that he'd started talks 2 weeks prior to the interview. The interview was on the 17th of November. What's 2 weeks before the 17th of November? The 3rd of November. Notice something about that? It's before the 7th. Now, if this is true, then as horrible as it is to admit, Story actually has every right to take legal action. Now here's where it gets a bit dodgy with Story, if he already wasn't dodgy enough. He already had part of a board sorted, including former Coventry City striker Mark Haitley, where pictures also then surfaced of the two of them meeting up, and Gary Hoffman, someone who's been involved with trying to buy the club previously, a lifelong Cov fan as well. Story said we definitely have the potential of getting into the Prem, so at least he has aspirations, I guess. But, making positives out of a negative, that's not a saying, I don't know what I've just said. But then he goes on to saying that he started off acquiring us all the way back in July. So why did the exclusivity agreement end in November? Why has it took this long if Doug King has supposedly done it in 2 weeks? That doesn't seem right to me. It also apparently secured £9 million of annual sponsorship with 5 major corporations. Now, I'm not a money man. I don't really know how money works much in football in terms of sponsorships. But he said it's like something the Championship has never seen before. But to me, £9 million of annual sponsorship doesn't seem that much. Unless it's £9 million each from the 5 major corporations. But then that's 45 million, and that seems way too over the top. But like I said, I don't know how money works in football. 9 million could be an incredible amount, but then also to me, 9 million's like not even a Jordan Ibe. And then he'd also apparently secured agreements for tens of millions of pounds of players to sign in January. How on earth can William Story, a man with such bad history, looking at you, Haas F1 team, manage to secure tens of millions of pounds of players without having an actual club for them to play for? And where is this money coming from for these players? Side note, Doug King apparently isn't answering any calls now, so that's interesting. And Gary Hoffman, like I said before, one of William Story's board members apparently, was lined up to join the CBS Arena board with Mike Ashley. Nothing too major in that one, I think. Going on to what I'm about to say, it could actually end up being a good thing. Now, it's the 5th of December. England have just beat Senegal 3-0. We're in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. It's looking positive. Championship football is back on Saturday. We're playing away at Reading. Surely, just surely, nothing can go wrong now. I wake up, it's about 20 past 10. Nice line for me, you know. We've started the day off well. Sheffield United tickets have bought for Boxing Day. Feeling good. I go on Twitter for my morning scroll. We've only been evicted from a Coventry Building Society arena. For fuck's sake. We received the eviction notice on Friday, which is what the unforeseen circumstances that resulted in the under-18s game being played at Leamington were. We've been told the former agreement with Wasps is not legally binding, meaning they have no obligation to honour it, which, I mean, in all fairness, it was an agreement made with a different company, so I can sort of see what they're getting at there. Club officials were informed that we must return keys and access cards, as well as being given a reasonable amount of time to remove goods and property owned by the Sky Blues. So, I mean, at least we haven't been completely locked out and, like, we've lost all our footballs and stuff. The club are still working hard to resolve the situation, so all hope isn't lost. However, it's really not looking good. So, I'm editing the video now. I can't really be bothered to set my mic up, so I'm just doing it like this. Cov have now released a statement saying that Fraser's Group have offered us a new deal, but it's less favourable for the football club, and also it's only until May 2023. They said they'd want to do it longer than May 2023, but Cov don't really want that because it doesn't give fans security. So we have the possibility of staying there, but unfortunately, I think Sisu might turn into the villains again here because they're gonna fuck this right up. But then normally, right in this position at the end of the video, I'd say something positive. I'd say something about what this means. But honestly, it's gotten to a point where I don't know what's happening with our football club anymore. This season has been a disaster off the pitch. On the pitch, it's been brilliant. We might have started the season badly, but we're winning the league. We've won the last 4 games in a row. We've got an incredible team. We've got the best striker in the championship. It's looking beautiful on the pitch. However, off the pitch, it's looking horrendous. And I don't know what to say anymore. Other than, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like. Comment your thoughts on the whole situation below. Make sure you subscribe. Let's try and hit 2k. We are right by it, so make the day a bit better. But yeah, I'll see you all for Reading on Saturday. Thank you a lot for watching.